You are truth. Truth is not something you need to reach for or achieve or learn to be. Truth is what you are right now. You cannot stop being truth, for the truth is always true. You who do not know that you are truth, and who believe that your denial of truth is a sin or error that must be fixed, may rejoice. For there has been no sin, and there is no error that must be fixed. Nothing has occurred to change the truth of you, and so nothing has occurred to change the truth of heaven. This is why you need do nothing. It is because the truth is always true, and it can never not be true, not even for an instant. There are those among you who want to have the awareness of this truth within your mind. This is why I am here. I am the awareness of truth within you. So all that you must do, and this is simple indeed, all that you must do is put aside listening to the ego, which denies the truth, and choose instead to listen to me. My voice is your awareness of truth. This is why I speak of stillness. And it's kind of interesting to me that Holy Spirit should say that. Because I don't remember Holy Spirit speaking to me about stillness a lot until recently. If you watch the single quiet thoughts that have been coming through me recently, they're all about stillness. And this is a message from way back in January of 2006. So it's kind of funny when the only thing Holy Spirit seems to be talking to me about now is stillness. that I should be reading a sentence that says, "This is why I speak of stillness." It's funny how everything fits together, isn't it? This is why I speak of stillness. Stillness is not a pit or abyss or an absence of all thought. Stillness is an active putting aside of the ego. In choosing stillness, you make the choice not to listen to the ramblings of the ego. In making that choice, you also choose to hear and feel the truth, which is beyond the choice for the ego. Stillness may be chosen in periods of quiet set aside with stillness as your aim. But stillness may also be chosen whenever you choose, in any moment, without exception. All you need to do to choose the voice of stillness, isn't that interesting? The voice of stillness. All you need to do to choose the voice of stillness is to decide that you do not desire the voice of the ego. That is all. That is all. Interesting. Well, I guess I just want to say that, of course, I know this is true. I can also say that I do my best to practice this. I can also say I'm not perfect at practicing it. But I can also say that with practice I get better. And what's nice about getting better is as you get better at something, as you know, it becomes effortless. When you're first learning to do something, whether you're learning to play piano, learning to ride a bike, learning to play baseball, there's a lot of effort in it because you're not very skilled at it and you have to work pretty hard at it. But if you keep practicing, again, it doesn't matter what you're practicing, if you keep practicing, at some point, some parts of it at least become effortless. You may then try and take yourself to the next level, so there may always be a pushing, a place where you're pushing yourself to ride the bike better. Now you're trying to ride over ramps and get a little bit of air, play better baseball, play better piano. But you've passed a point where there used to be effort, it's now effortless. And of course, if you keep challenging yourself, that line moves so that more and more of whatever you're trying to master just becomes natural and effortless. You sit down and you play a magnificent song on the piano with no effort at all. And it's the same thing is true for learning to let go of ego and listen to the Holy Spirit. If we are willing to put effort into it, at some point it becomes effortless. And then we may find more challenging opportunities. The bar may get risen, just like you learn to play more difficult songs on the piano. So I'm going to say we're pushing ourselves to get better and better and better at not listening to the ego and therefore only listening to the Holy Spirit. But this is how we become masters, right? So I think it's just wonderful that we just keep seeing ourselves as masters in training. I think that it's helpful to just completely accept that we are preparing ourselves to be masters. And something in my mind, when I say it that way, when I say that I'm preparing myself to be a master, there's something in me that knows that achievement will be met. And again, just like this message started, we don't have to do anything to be the truth. We are the truth. What we're talking about is making the truth our only awareness by not listening to the voice that denies that truth.